So good morning and welcome to Breaking Dawn this morning. It is Friday, no chef in studio, so no breakfast for the boys. They are quite agitated. All right, so we have 2 hours to get through. To take it at 8 o'clock this morning. And good morning to the regional viewers and everybody watching us internationally, regionally, you know, everyone. All right, Tego, YouTube, Facebook audience, television, home in your living room or your bedroom or wherever you're watching Breaking Dawn, in the office if you got there early this morning, good morning to you. And what a morning it's going to be. We're going to get into the headlines in the paper this morning. And we will take a break. I will try not to go too long in these headlines because there is one contentious issue that I know people want to comment on. And it has to do with the headline at the front page of every newspaper this morning. It was quite a discussion on social media yesterday. It came as a shock to many. I came out with my glasses this morning. Unlike other mornings, because maybe I was not seeing clearly, I don't know. Director, could you put up the shocking twist to the Samaroo probe? Yep, right. Shocking twist to Samaroo probe. Kaya Sealy facing extradition from the US after DPP orders her arrest on 3 charges, including killing her boyfriend. No charges currently pending against officers involved in the deadly shooting. This has to do with the Joshua Samaroo issue. So we will get back to this very quickly. I'm not going to spend any time discussing it here because we're coming back to that. In a few other headlines, Gary Griffith says that the police must justify charges against Kaya Sealy. All right. Of course, I'm just going through the headlines very quickly here. Then you have the hunters, mentally drained. Hunters leave Tobago after failed search for little Angelo. Now, it's very interesting that the Commissioner of Police held a news conference. What was it? It was yesterday or the day before. Today is what, the 22nd? Right, on the 20th. And when the question was put to him about the confession, he asked, what confession? I actually have that clip. We'll get to that shortly because I'm getting the feeling that like media trying to report the news before they get it from the official sources or what? The man said that never came from the TTPS, you know, any news of any confession, you know. All right? But anyway, add the clip. We'll get to that. Then you have the Commissioner of Police upset over leaked CCTV footage in Angelo's disappearance, saying that we were sent on a wild goose chase. Remember I tell all of that? I feel that the body that they saw in the water in the first instance was that of the child. Right? And the fire service saw it, they went to get rope and everything to come back for the body, and when they came back, the ocean had taken the body. And I don't know why the body ain't surfaced yet, unless I do not know how that sargassum, the seaweed now, or because the area looked like it has some sargassum, but it would have some very strong currents as well. And I do not know if the child's body might be stuck somewhere between some, because it's looking like it had a little rocky and thing too. So I don't know, because the size of the child. But for that body not to surface yet, something either had to be holding it down, or I don't know what. You understand? But this whole thing on how they ended up at Studley Park and all kind of thing, I think that came out of some information via some social media thing or some kind of mad thing like that, you know. But everybody played investigator, you know. And here's the next thing with the TTPS that I cannot understand. The child, they said, disappeared around 7:30 p.m. at the home. Or they missed the child around 7:30 p.m. But the child was at the home, right? So the initial search should have started there, right? Now, It started there, and by the sea and so on and so forth, right? And then they got sent on this wild goose chase over to Studley Park, Dump, and some other area, right? And then they went back to the original area and then started to tape it off. But that should have been taped off. And it's only yesterday, I said, but wait. We show a video with a reporter walking from the house to the beach over the weekend. But that should have been taped off as a crime scene. Not so, fellas? So they leave there open, went to another area and then come back to the original area and then cordon it off. So in that period of time that they got sent on in this other place, or those other places to search, the crime scene was open and people were just walking in and out. So when they say Trinidad is not a real place, well, you see why? Interpol red notice issued for fourth suspect in WPC murder probe. So then we have the Commissioner of Police, Alistair Guevara, yesterday said in Interpol, an Interpol red notice has been issued for a fourth suspect in the continuing investigation into the murder of Acting Corporal Anushka Eversley and the theft of firearms and ammunition from the San Fernando Municipal Police Station. He said the suspect may have fled the jurisdiction. Eversley was discovered murdered inside the police station on April 19th, and over 100 firearms and ammunition were found missing. Police have since recovered 44 firearms and more than 900 rounds of ammunition. Lord Father, hereby tell you. I'm not going on my eyes this morning. No, just bear with me. Then you have the social media banter. Social media banter blamed for brutal assault on schoolboy. Cops have identified the attackers via video. That's good. I hope that all the youth men that beat our boy, especially the last one who kicked him in the head and could have killed him, that is attempted murder. It is time that these set of youth, that these youths and them that unruly. And that gang culture, I saw the video, of course we won't show it, but I saw the video, that gang culture, that is the culture that we have allowed to manifest. And don't doubt when you see a group of youths beating up on one, that is not some sort of gang initiation thing too. Because all that nonsense is going on in it. But I hope the police, now that have identified them, I hope they have them in custody today, if they didn't get them in custody yesterday, and let them feel the full brunt of the law. Because they could have killed the youth man. Exactly, it's a blow to the head, you know. The boy knock out, you know. Let them start feeling the full brunt of it. And I keep saying it. The state wants to make money. All they want to make money, start to fine the parents. Oh boy, my eye real. What is going to my eye this morning, boy? Yeah. Start to fine the parents. Hefty fines. Because, as Roger Alexander said in the interview on Wednesday, gosh boy, he said, it starts in the home. Right? It starts in the home. So if you as a parent do have the responsibility and your children in check, and they're coming out here to almost kill other people's children, hit them a fine and lock up the children. You see all this kid glove thing, and they'll tap on the hand, and all that nonsense has to stop. Are serious. What else we have? The police are probing the death of a man who fell after jumping a fence. A woman was blindfolded and raped and sodomized by a home intruder in Maruga. I hope when the police catch you, they put you in the prison and somebody sodomize you too. Line them up, run a train, fellas. No, I'm serious, you know. All if it is joke, I be talking. All if feel like when I say I better do things a particular way. All if it kicks I behind. Like me, I hold it. What's a rape and sodomize a woman, you like to break people's laws? Alright, once you're in jail. And I line up all them fellas that like boys and let them rest it on him inside the jail. What if you the kicks I be talking? I tell you, I might say something that people might like, you know. But the truth is the truth, you know. The truth is the truth. And you have to deal with things brutal. Sometimes you just have to deal with it brutal. The police shoot a man. The family want justice, man. For the police to shoot the man. They say the man is a petty thief. So it was in the paper yesterday that, and this is going to be, I guess, another controversial issue for the police. They got a report of someone breaking into a house where the owners of the home or the occupants of the home are out of the country. So somebody called the police and say, hey, let's have a break-in at the house in the neighborhood, whatever. The police reach there, hear some noise, things breaking and whatever. And when they pounce on the individual, the man, he in the people's house, you know. And they saw what appeared, an object that appeared to look like a firearm, and they fire on him. And they kill him, right? So the family were justice. And I hear, you know, live without justice talk, you know, but at the same time too, we doing in people's house. We doing in people's house. We doing in people's house. Study if he didn't break in people's house, the police would not get called to the scene. And he would not be alive today. But you're breaking in people's house. And then we had to hear the concerto from all of the people. Why the police had to shoot him? And how the police don't get a gun? What he doing in the people's house? All it was solve crime and joke. And the other thing that's finally here, I saw the Minister of Public Utilities, he brought up the Amplia situation. I was waiting on that, you know. I sit down waiting to see if Barry Padarat would have gotten to this Amplia situation. No. I remember when this happened under the last administration, and question marks were raised, but people didn't want to make noise then. Nobody didn't see nothing wrong with it then, right? But they want to make noise about every little thing now. And we go get to that landmark TT issue too, because I have the recording from the interview that X and I did on radio with attorney Kyle Taklal Singh, and pay attention to that in the second hour. But nevertheless, at the time, I think Amplia was worth something like $20 million, but was bought for over $200 million. And I was like, but wait. How they could buy this company for over $200 million? We just profiting here. You think? I was waiting to see. Now, truth be told, I and all was studying to switch to Amplia because I hear the service good, but they're not in the West, as far as I know. Right? But I'm waiting to see where that goes with the Minister of Public Utilities. But it is a fair judgment, and that's just some of the mad thing was going on. You buying a $20 million company for $220-something million. So who make that $200 million profit? Anyway, let me done it because we want to get back to the top, the tippy top of the mountain here this morning. But before we get there, bring out Keolik for me. Keolik. All right, the Keolik range of products backed by science, over 900 scientific research and clinical trials. They're all made from that aged garlic extract, and several products in the Keolik range include the cleanse and digestion, the blood pressure health, the cholesterol health, the total heart health, and the circulation health. They also have the Keo green powder drink mix and, of course, the probiotics. So to pick up any product in this range, you could visit a pharmacy or health store across the country. And for more information, you could WhatsApp 728-0338. That is 728-0338. And do not forget that Chef Shiraz, Chef has the Culinary Academy and all of the courses running from May to August, starting with the baking and pastry and ending with the kids' summer cooking classes. And you have the certificate in culinary arts, the international creative cuisine, and of course the food costing, restaurant and catering workshop inside of there as well. So make sure and give him a call or WhatsApp him on 372-4639 or 737-5097. All right, and get registered today with Chef Shiraz. All right, he's doing great things. Scandal in Cedrus will be on next week at Cipriani College. I will finally be able to make that one, but it's going to be a big one. This play has been running for the longest while. It's been extremely successful. If you did not get the opportunity to see it yet, you have the opportunity next week. And I can tell you, Friday the 29th, Cipriani College, there's going to be a fundraiser, hamper giveaways. Tickets are $250. Showtime is 8:30 p.m. So make sure and get your tickets for Friday, May 29th. All right? Scandal in Cedrus. I can't wait to see it, boy. I sent Chris to see it. He said it was good. He said it was real good. All right? And everybody that's been there to see it, they've laughed their behind off. So if you didn't get the opportunity, you have the opportunity now. All right, so with that, we're going to take the first break. When we come back from the break, we will get into this Joshua Samaroo issue and the DPP advising that charges be laid against Samaroo's girlfriend, Kaiya Seeley. I am confused, as most of you are. Stay tuned.
Yours truly, Sonny Bling, most random man on the planet, inviting you to a weekend of fun and entertainment. As we say, thank you, David. This weekend, it's all about paying tribute to King David Rudder. June 6th and 7th. Remember the days. Get your tickets now. You don't want to miss it. Thank you, David. See you there.
Thank you, David.
Saturday, June 6th at Napa, Port of Spain. Sunday, June 7th at Sapa, San Fernando.
2 nights, 1 legend, countless unforgettable songs.
Celebrating King David in his presence and performing some of his many hits include Roger George, KV Charles, Christon Joseph, Terry Lyons, Adrian Filbert, Irvin Alves, Chuck Gordon, and many more.
Legends need to be celebrated while they can still hear the applause.
MC Sonny Bling.
Tickets are only $250 and $300. Early bird tickets cost $50 less till this Saturday, May 23rd.
If stocks last, tickets available at IWillNeedTickets.com.
At Crosby St. J.
All Kenny Sports.
All Extra Foods Supermarket.
Westby, Tagarigua, Athletes by the Park.
Jumbo Foods Barataria.
GAC Electrical, opposite Starlight. Tigomofton Main Road. Paulini Drugs, San Fernando.
Mirage Westside Supermarket in Arima.
For more info, call 491-1802.
Thank you, David.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
TT Bet Arena is your one-stop entertainment destination in Trinidad and Tobago. Bet on international sports with pre-game and live wagering, all with real-time odds. Enjoy live casino games, slot machines, plus American and English horse racing. With your phone or laptop, you can bet anytime, anywhere with fast, secure payments and TT dollars. Signing up is easy. Go to ttbetarena.com, create your free account, and make a deposit. Now you're ready for exciting entertainment and the chance to win extra cash or even a big jackpot. Visit us on Arapita Avenue in Woodbrook or on Milford Road in Crown Point, Tobago, where you can also watch and wager. To learn more, call or WhatsApp 494-0634 or 287-2128. TT Bet Arena, the #1 name in TNT for sports betting, casino games, and international horse racing.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78 Bamboo Settlement number 2 Valsain between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
Feeling distance in your relationship or sensing someone interfering between you and your partner? Connect with Pandit Anirudh, known for powerful and result-oriented love solutions. His effective love spells have helped many reunite with lost partners. If you face family conflict, marriage issues, negativity, or financial stress, his strong mantras bring quick relief. Know what lies ahead in your love life and future through powerful astrology readings. Many lives have changed. Now it's your turn. Contact +1 868 278 0399.
Every day at the castle, long before we open our doors, our work begins. Our famous seasonings are mixed in advance. We select our fresh chicken parts and prep our delicious sides. Then we fire up the fryers and rotisserie oven. Everything is made with tasty local herbs, spices, and the same long-loved recipe since 1968. So, when you come in, remember that we uphold our culture and our taste just for you. We are your Royal Castle.
You will not deny that this is the maddest place on earth, and we go shout from the top of the mountains. This is the greatest place, our great escape, my favorite space, the maddest place on earth. Would you believe me when I tell you? Better you come and take a sample. A little bit is still a lot to handle, but you can find no other example. We really have a different kind of style. The elders teach it to me as a child, and this is how we know that we are alive. Fancy people never need too much to start a vibe. It's fancy time, June and July. You need to fly up to the maddest place on earth. Can't tell no lie.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Astrologer Mohit Ji is known for providing insightful astrology guidance for complex life situations, dealing with love confusion, delayed marriage, partner distancing, or serious relationship breakdowns. His approach focuses on understanding the root cause and guiding you toward the right path. If financial instability or business setbacks are affecting you, his spiritual remedies may support positive change. With psychic reading, horoscope analysis, and palm insights, he offers practical clarity. His services also include protection from negative energies and removal of bad luck. Call at +1 868 334 2796.
Third matter of public concern. the Joshua Samaroo investigation. This matter is one which I acknowledge sparked a significant public attention, and thus I have taken the decision to keep the public updated at each stage of the investigative process. On the 25th of March 2026, I confirmed through the media to the public that the investigation was at an advanced stage and we were awaiting a final forensic report from the FSC before submission to the Director of Public Prosecutions. On the 19th of May, the day before yesterday, investigators collected the completed forensic reports and secured an audience with the DPP on the 20th of May, which was yesterday. My investigators met with and consulted with the DPP, and I'd like to take my time in saying this because I'm not going to repeat it over and over. Investigators were directed to proceed with a series of criminal charges arising out of the events which unfolded on that fateful day. At this time, however, it is important to note that no one is yet in custody or charged, and thus I cannot give you any further information as to the amount of charges or the nature of the charges until that status quo is resolved. At this time, investigators have been directed accordingly to resolve that status quo, and I am currently awaiting feedback before I can update you further. Thus, I will not be expounding on this statement until I obtain an update from them. I cannot comment any further at this point. Up to 5 minutes before I came downstairs, I called the investigators to get an update to see if I was able to give you more. The status quo remains the same. So when that changes, I will come back to you.
All right, so that is Police Commissioner Alistair Guevara on May the 20th at the police press conference, right? Okay. And at the time, he gave no names, and there are some headlines that were released at that time saying that the DPP had advised to charge police officers. I don't know where they got those headlines from, because I had to go back to the clip to ensure that he didn't say that. So he didn't name anybody at the time. He was waiting on an update. That was up to the 20th of May. So that would have been on Tuesday. Good. Come yesterday, the news broke that 4 months after Joshua Samaroo was allegedly killed by police officers during a dramatic shootout in St. Augustine, the case took a shocking twist yesterday after directions were given for his girlfriend, Kaya Seeley, to be charged with manslaughter in his death. Now, the directive from the DPP, Roger Gaspard, was handed down hours after the Commissioner of Police, Alistair Guevara, announced during a media briefing at the Police Administration Building, Port of Spain, that the all clear had been given for a series of criminal charges to be laid in the matter, but refused to say who would be charged or the nature of the charges to be laid. Now, in a subsequent media release, the TTPS confirmed several warrants had been issued for the arrest of Seeley. The release said, and I am quoting here, acting on the advice of the DPP, investigators conducted further inquiries and obtained warrants for the arrest of Kaya Seeley of Bamboo Settlement Number 1, Valsane, for the following offenses: 3 counts of shooting with intent to cause grievous bodily harm at the police, contrary to Section 12 of the Offences Against the Person Act, Chapter 11.8, in relation to the incident which occurred on January 20, 2026 at the corner of College Road and Bassey Street Extension, St. Augustine. Additionally, a warrant has been issued for the offense of manslaughter, contrary to common law, in that on January 20, 2026 at the corner of College Road and Bassey Street Extension, St. Augustine, Kaya Seeley unlawfully killed Joshua Samaroo, in addition to other related charges. Now, like I say, I walk with my glasses this morning because I am a bit confused. And I had to go back to the video footage, right? And this is the original video footage. We trim it down to about a minute because it's only a minute we need. And I am very confused. All right? And those shots, it have audio in that, right? Run that back from the start with the audio for me. Now, I must inform the TTPS, unless there is some other footage that the nation has not seen, it is confusing as to how this was established. Now, keep in mind, the police investigate, they gather the evidence, and then they file a report, and they take it to the DPP. And the DPP is the one who has to say charge or don't charge, and who to charge and who not to charge. That is the process. So I am bewildered and very curious to find out what evidence the DPP would have in his possession, or what evidence the police would have provided to him in that report that he could advise to for the arrest of Kaiya Sili. I'm going to open the phone line. Let's take the calls. All right, we have 25 minutes to take some calls. Not 25, 20 minutes to take calls. So let me take as many calls as we can take. I want to hear from the public this morning. This morning is the public morning. All you talk, all you say what you have to say. Right? Morning.
Stefan, morning.
Yeah, go ahead.
Stefan, no, I don't know what alcohol or what drugs the DPP them was using, but for a man on the ground like me, Stefan, it really hard to listen to the news last night and hear that they want to charge this woman for this man murder. Now, the only thing I could want to believe is when they did the autopsy of the gentleman and the bullets that were ever kill him, and probably within a crossfire, if they had a firearm in the vehicle and she had a one in she hand and within the crossfire, bullets hit he. But the only thing I could think about from the autopsy, I could be wrong, subject to be corrected. But my next question is, Stefan.
Well, the commissioner did say that he received that they send the forensic report and everything, right? So part of the forensic report would be the bullets, right? Where the bullet came from, which gun it came from.
Yeah.
If there was,
all right.
Boy, I really don't know.
My next, Stefan, my next question is: this young lady paralyzed, right?
Yeah.
Are our prison system capable of dealing with somebody within that condition? Because they say the ladies in America, they say if she don't come on she own, they're going to try and extradite she. Now, whether she come on she own or she get extradited, I want to find out, is the Trinidad and Tobago prison service capable of dealing with somebody who is paralyzed? That's my next question.
All right, no problem.
Yeah, man, Stefan, thank you.
Yeah, man, that I cannot answer. However, I will say this, he who alleges must prove, All right. Morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, go ahead.
Stefan, you know, when people in power, it's very hard when they come out initially, as this commissioner came out initially with I want to say a story, and he came out with a story that was contradicting what the video would have shown. And it's very, very dangerous when you have a man in power and he don't want to look so wrong and with so much egg on your face. Because it's not confusing to me that if you're obviously going to lose the battle by saying you shoot at the man because the man was shooting at you when everybody see two hands coming through a window. So the next person in the vehicle now is maybe that is the person now you have to go at. So if you're a police officer and you're trying to save your job, you're trying to save your life, it's not hard to imagine that, especially with the bright lawyers that we have in this country, that will try to save your job and give you the best fighting chance by giving you the best story you could get. And that, in my mind, it is very hard to take, but these are what you get when people in power and they jump out and talk, not knowing that I have a video out there. And they had to come now to see how I could save face. It's very sad, a very dangerous situation we're in. But I want to remind person before I go that this commissioner would have cited Burroughs as an example in his inauguration. He would have raised that name and invoked that name. And I was very shocked to hear that. Some people might like it. And another thing, you said something earlier, Stefan, that frightened me about when somebody come in the prison to line them up. I wouldn't even repeat it.
You want to rape and sodomize? So what you want to deal with them? Well, look now, let them follow them. You want to break in people house and rape and sodomize people when you're going to prison? Take the same thing.
No. Stefan, we must say them thing when we bounce up on the avenue and thing. Because some young officer...
But man, I'm not here to pretend how I feel about anything in this country and how people, these criminals and them just operate. Because if that was my family and somebody come in there and rape and sodomize them, I'm telling you.
Stefan,
I am being real. I'm not here to sugarcoat nothing, you know. You want to sugarcoat and live on some cloud. I'm not living on no cloud, you know. I'm living in the reality of time,
you know. I'm not living on no cloud. But is there a reality when some young officer in this prison hear you, and when he go on and do something like that, and they ask him in the court, so why you do that? I say, well, I hear a man say that on which who a man is. Therefore, be careful, eh?
I understand what you're saying, but listen, I have absolutely no remorse. I make no apology for stating that when somebody could break in a house and rape and sodomize somebody. I have no compassion. I have no nothing for fellas like that. Nothing. Neither do I have for pedophiles or anybody of that nature. Anyhow, let me not sidetrack now. Right. Let me not sidetrack. Everybody want to think it, but nobody want to say it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not going down that road. Me ain't going down that road at all. Everybody, why all of us try to breaks for criminals? Why? It's the same way I will say put them in the square and hang them till they're dead. Because it's frustrating now. And all they want to sympathize and come up with excuses as to why we shouldn't take certain actions against people who break in the law and raping and sodomizing and murdering and cutting people's throat and allegedly strangling a child and throwing them in the sea. And I must have compassion and come here and talk softly. Boy, look now, I saw them other hosts and them, you know. Morning.
Morning, sir. How are you?
Hi, good man.
Just a point of consideration with the shooting.
Yeah.
The evidence was submitted to the DPP. The police commissioner, despite what your last caller says, does not direct charges being laid.
Exactly.
So it wasn't him protecting his job. The DPP and the independent office examined all the evidence, and I do not think, and maybe Mr. Taklal Singh could clarify, I do not think that the DPP could consider the video footage. But your lawyer would be able to tell you more on that.
Yeah.
But if he gets a forensic report, and your first caller was on point, that indicates that the projectile ballistics is consistent with a gun that was found in the car, then it means that he has to act on that and nothing else, because that's the evidence that comes in front of him. And for the DPP to issue, you see, manslaughter and murder, when they issue the instructions to charge on them things, is because they sure. And when I tell you sure, because the DPP does not. I had some experience with the man in prosecuting some drug busts.
Yeah.
The man is very, very careful. And for him to issue that is because he have evidence that he know airtight. All right? And the second thing is, on the punishment. In our civility as a society, worldwide, we have forgotten that one of the principles of justice is proportionality.
Right.
So I fully agree with you. You see, when somebody rapes a woman and does things like that, it's not an act that, well, it's done now and is recovering. That goes with them for their life.
For the rest of their life.
So essentially, that man take that woman's life. So, and you see that little boy? Oh my goodness. Now hear me, and hear me well. You see, if it was up to me, they would die, you know, but they wouldn't die quick. I find the hanging is a mercy to them. Right? And you see, them kind of crimes have nothing, don't tell me nothing about a psychological state. Them kind of crimes only have one thing that could satisfy society, and that's proportionality. I agree with you with the public executions.
No, all right,
but that was just my point of view. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no problem. Well, I'm glad somebody else in afraid to say it, because everybody just want to pretend. Why we just pretend? Everybody just want to pretend like we shouldn't say this and we shouldn't say that. We had 624 murders in 2024. We had 599 the year before that, 577 before that. What is wrong with people in this country? And we want to pet and powder these criminals? What do you feel it is? When a man will run up on a man with a high-powered rifle and shoot him, and then let go about 40 shots at his face to rip open his face and everything, them fellas and them care about anybody? Look now, man. Morning. And we want to have sympathy, and nobody must be careful, and we mustn't say this, and oh my goodness, and how we could say that, and it's so brutal. All they miss me with that, eh? Like all the people just pretend they're fed up with crime, but like they love it so. I'm telling you, you know. Morning. And then let me go straight. This is on Joshua Samaroo and the whole situation here. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, Stafford.
That is triple.
Some of the people, I see a man calling that program, your program that try to defend stripping it. When this will end, you see, when it affects them family, they will understand what is going on out here. When you is a victim of crime, they never understand what is going on out there. Some people never experience nothing, you know. Some people never experience nothing, so they just call it all them out on your program.
So a man pa gun to my head, you know. A man pa gun to my head, so you know. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Understand. You have a pleasant day.
All right, yeah, man. A man pa gun to my head, so you know, whap. And in a split second, he could have pulled the trigger. And I wouldn't be here. Remorse, and those say that. And who here and who, look now, man. Morning, I hope they're here. Morning.
Yeah, morning, Stefan, morning. So, I want to say, before I begin my contribution there, I want to say nothing does annoy me more than hearing a humanitarian talk under certain circumstances, right? But nevertheless, what the police and what I was gathering, keep in mind I'm not representing the police service, but from the beginning of this story, I knew the commissioner was heading towards an issue called causation.
Causation.
Causation, yes. Causation is the link between your behavior and the end result.
The end result, yeah.
And to edify the public, a case they could look for on this is a case called Paget. It is where you take somebody and use them as a human shield while you shooting at the police. And if the police have no choice but to fire back to defend themselves, and they shoot and kill the human shield you use, the person who used the human as the human shield could be held culpable because your action caused the death of the person in question.
Right.
Right? So that is the angle from which the commissioner was hinting he was coming all the time. And I also want to say, I was the first and only person I know on TikTok who, looking at that same footage, I will send it for you, Stefan. Looking at that same footage, if you zoom in on the car and look at the footage very closely, you could actually see an impact and debris coming out from the car. So something in the car came out from the back glass, and you see glass spreading all over, but you cannot see it in the footage you was playing on the TV there.
Okay, but hold on.
It on
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Fellas, just slow it down here, because I saw what you're talking about. Right. Go back a little bit. You're watching the screen, right?
Me?
Yeah, you're watching the screen?
Yeah, but I'm not seeing what you showing on the screen.
You're not seeing the video footage?
Right, okay. Yeah, seeing the footage now. It come up now.
All right, you see that delayed. You're watching on YouTube?
No, I'm watching on TV.
On TV? All right.
Yeah.
Okay, just go back a little bit, fellas, and slow it down for me. Right there, right. I'm seeing what you're talking about through the back glass, right?
Yes.
Right. Through the back glass, right? They're slowing it down now. They're taking it back. No, right. This is it coming up here. Boom, through the back glass. But here was my problem with that. At the same time the back glass shatter, so does the windscreen.
Well, then a bullet can go two places one time, you know, Stefan.
I know, but if the shot came from inside the vehicle, how the windscreen get shattered?
So the man in the back of the vehicle, he was shooting, he probably shoot forward. So the bullet would have passed through the back windscreen and passed through God knows what and end up in the front windscreen.
Oh, okay, I didn't think of that.
But that person in the front seat, who may not have known it had somebody in the back there, it is possible. I'm not saying it happened that way, but I'm saying, given what we're looking at here, it is possible that somebody in that vehicle may have been putting forward a projectile from inside the vehicle to outside.
Okay, but let me ask you something now. I now see what you're talking about with the officer to the back who would have fired, because the line, right, that the bullet would take would actually match up to where the windscreen get it from the officer in the back. So if it was any one of the police on the side that had fired back, it may not have hit the windscreen, but might have hit the side glass on her side, right? But hold on. I want you have well, I know who you are. You have experience with firearms?
Yeah. Yes, of course.
Okay, so let me ask you something now. Let me ask you something now. When the back glass shattered, the debris from the glass fell outside the vehicle.
Oh yes.
Now this gives me the impression. If a shot comes from inside the vehicle, it is going to push outward with the force, right?
Correct.
I'm using a little physics here. And therefore, the majority of the debris would fall outside the vehicle. If the shot comes from outside the vehicle, the force would be pushing inward, and therefore the debris would fall inside the vehicle, correct?
The vast majority would be inside, yes.
Okay. All right. Because it appears to me, when you look at the back glass, because I did zoom in on it, it appears to me that a shot came from inside the vehicle.
Yes.
Right?
And
but is he front glass? I was trying to I was trying to
say as
take
well,
the front glass here.
if you were able to zoom in on the footage more, maybe you could do it in your free time if you so desire. You
Right.
could actually see the effects of, if you know what you're looking for, the effects of a muzzle explosion. You could actually see it there. It looks like that. I am not an expert in video footage, but I'm saying it actually looks like that. Excuse me.
Right.
So, again, I'm not an expert, but I knew from what the commissioner said, he had some information that we didn't have, and he was going along the lines of causation, and apparently it was sufficient enough for the DPP to say, hey, all you want is something here, and to charge the person, and I explain what causation is. I hope this contribution help the members of the public to understand where the commissioner might be coming from. And I'm not representing the police service. I'm just putting forward my opinion as an investigator,
Okay.
a former investigator and an experienced person in firearms.
All right, no problem. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Yeah, man.
All right, I'm watching it there now. I saw what you're talking about with the back glass. A lot of people didn't see that in the initial, when everybody was kind of, when the whole thing had happened for the first time, I don't think anybody noticed that the back glass got shattered and that the shot may have come from inside, because that's when you zoom in on it, that's what it looking like because the force pushing the glass out. I mean, the laws of physics got to apply, right? Morning. So I don't know.
Morning, Stefan.
Yeah. But just as he mentioned it, I said, well, I just zoom in on it because I did see it, but I'm glad he gave his explanation as a former investigator and somebody who has experience in firearms. Yeah, go ahead.
Stefan boy, I just can't understand how it is we have so much crime in this country that's go unsolved when we have so much brilliant private investigators that just call in and give you all the explanation to solve everything, and we just can't get it done. A man went to Bago on a missing child case and have them dig up a whole dump, about 3 miles of dump. Then they're gonna make him dig up a whole Edo's patch, a dashing patch, a cassava field, all kind of thing. And right where the child, the man tell everybody, hey, the child in the sea right in front there. They wait until the body float away and dissipate, and then they're trying to find it over there, like the child, that body could remain there. Yes, it's like we're really crazy in this country. Let me tell you something. The police do the investigation, they come up with that. There's something called the Police Complaints Authority, where I think this case is supposed to have gone also, where these people are supposed to be doing the investigation also and come up with some kind of like justice for the family. If it is that wasn't done, David West should write back a check and give back every single cent that he earned as the man who in charge of the Police Complaints Authority, and they should shut down that organization, because that just proved that there's a waste of time and it served absolutely no purpose. If an investigation wasn't done like independently through that organization, and then them needs to come also and make a public statement to collaborate the findings of the police, so this thing could, we could get some kind of like, let me say, validation of what happened, because I have seen many situations where people fired at police, and you definitely would have seen some sort of reaction coming from where if a shot was fired. I see a man jump out of a vehicle and approach the vehicle without any single consideration of somebody shooting at them and making any kind of reaction. It was a constant advance towards enforcing force until the people them, rather than being in any type in a defensive mode that somebody was shooting at you, like your react or your duck or something like that. I didn't see no part of that. So the Police Complaints Authority needs now to come to the population, because let me tell you something, it's similar, something like this that sparked the big riot in New York with Rodney King and everything. When the verdict came out, that's how the fellas, the police officers, culpable or anything, so if this is a situation like that, yeah, go ahead.
No. Well, he who alleges must prove. If the allegation
Yeah.
is and if the thing is causation, as the previous caller mentioned, then they have to prove it. So
exactly.
And I can't see the DPP saying, go ahead and charge. It's so insane that the DPP would say, yeah, go ahead and charge Sealy, the girlfriend.
Yeah, because the DPP can be mad, right?
He had to have evidence.
And then with the population seeing this, then he have to have some type of evidence to come, because this is disputed. Stevie Wonder would dispute this, if you come and say that how the girl shoot against him. And one other point, you had to be careful the type of things that you would say that would intrigue the suspicions of people or their likeness. So when you say line them up, you notice a caller pick out every single thing and the whole agenda of what you was talking about and focus only on line them up and do what you're supposed to do with them. Just be careful how you're throwing out things there, because it might intrigue people's suspicion and they might draw attention towards you. So be careful.
Aye.
Enjoy the weekend.
I understand completely what you're saying. All right, thanks a lot, man. All right, we got to go to the break. Just before I go to the break, let me just say this. As Barakwa did mention, the PCA, they did issue a release yesterday. The Police Complaints Authority wishes to advise that the police-involved fatal shooting of Mr. Joshua Samaroo and injury of Ms. Kaya Sealy remains an active investigation. Incidents of this nature highlight why the PCA has consistently advocated for the use of body-worn cameras by police officers to provide an objective record of events and help reduce discrepancies and speculation such as in this matter. Notwithstanding the absence of body-worn camera footage, investigations are actively examining the other evidence gathered during the course of the investigation to get greater clarity regarding the sequence of events. What is the other evidence? I'm waiting. Did they retrieve a firearm at the scene? All you can remember? They said they got a firearm at the scene. And then the public started with they planted it and all kind of thing. All right. We'll take a break. When we come back, I'll take a few more calls on this. But we have to inform you about TT Bet Arena. World Cup is coming up. I'll give you all a little insight into TT Bet Arena and all of the and some of the wagers that you can make. So look out for that. That's coming up after this break. But it's very short, just brief. And then we will get back into a few phone calls before we get to the interview that X and I did with Kyle Taklal Singh. So stay tuned. It have plenty more to come on Breaking Dawn. Plenty more. Trust me. Don't go anywhere.
Astrologer Mohit Ji is known for providing insightful astrology guidance for complex life situations, dealing with love confusion, delayed marriage, partner distancing, or serious relationship breakdowns. His approach focuses on understanding the root cause and guiding you toward the right path. If financial instability or business setbacks are affecting you, his spiritual remedies may support positive change. With psychic reading, horoscope analysis, and palm insights, he offers practical clarity. His services also include protection from negative energies and removal of bad luck. Call at +1 868 334 2796.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
If you want to be a better chef at home or advance your professional career,
Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy is the best place to be.
Some of the courses that we offer here at the Academy: Creative National Cuisine 1 and 2, Baking and Pastry 1 and 2, Kids Summer Cooking Classes, one-day classes at the workshop. We have Asian cooking classes and certificate in culinary arts, food lovers and professionals.
Start your culinary journey today with us at the Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy.
Why just manage disease when you can reverse it? At Setwaya's Holistic Health Clinic, we don't just mask symptoms, we focus on reversing illness naturally. Imagine freedom from medications and the cycle of dependence. Our approach dives deep into uncovering root causes without herbs, tonics, or medications. From diabetes and heart disease to mental health, obesity, and more, our personalized care is transforming lives. Ready to begin? Book your consultation today, either in our San Fernando office or online. Call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Your health journey starts now at Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic, where transformation is within reach.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson, provide consultation services in areas of diabetes detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE, that is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion, protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargavji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
All right, people, so we're back. And as we return, before we get back to the phone lines, we're 6 minutes past the hour, 7 o'clock. I want to let you know this segment sponsored by TT Bet Arena. Now, some of you may be asking, who is TT Bet Arena? Just keep that right there for me, all right? Well, they are the #1 sport betting company in Trinidad and Tobago. That's right. For those of you who did not know, you can actually place a wager on sports from all over the world. And you can do that with TT Bet Arena on their website, which is ttbetarena.com. Now, as we know, this year is the FIFA World Cup, and it starts in just about 3 weeks' time on June the 11th. So today, we're going to show you some of the bets you can actually play on the TT Bet Arena's website. So taking a look at this first picture, this first one on the screen here, you can see some of those bets. Now, there are two types of bets. There are the outright bets, which is a bet for the overall winner of the tournament, which is what we're going to show you today, the outrights. So with the outrights, you can pick the tournament winner, the group winners, the confederation of winners, the top 2 in each group, the top 4 to finish the World Cup. Sorry, the top 2 to finish in the World Cup, the 1-2. Or you could pick the top 4, the top 8, the top goal scorer, and many more options there, right? The top goalkeeper, and so on and so forth. All right? Now, the other types of bets are the actual bets for each game of the World Cup, which we will show you in the next few weeks, as the segment will be running every Friday during the World Cup. All right? So, as you can see in the picture, there are different categories that you could bet on in the outrights, which is the categories that are just laid out there. All right? You can also bet on the winner of the World Cup. You could bet on the top 2 or top 4 teams in the World Cup, and you can even bet on which player will score the most goals in the World Cup as well. So let's take a look at some of the payments you could get for different bets, and these payments are for $1, a $1 bet, right? In the World Cup winner category, which is the one we have up right now. Put that full screen for me, real quick. Go full screen. Nice. So Spain is currently favorite. Spain $5.87 to $1. France, second favorites at $6.41. Then you have England at $7.58 to $1. And Brazil is $9.61 to $1. Argentina $9.82. They are the defending champions. And then you get to Portugal, Germany, and then the odds go up and up and up, right? So it's from the favorites to the biggest outsider. Is how it's laid out. So whichever team you think is going to win the World Cup, you put $100 on Spain, you get $587. All right, that's how it's going. Also, you could put up the other one for me. Lovely. Which one is this? The top 4. So for Spain to finish in the top 4 teams in the World Cup, $1.96. France, $2.33. England, $2.45. Brazil, $2.69. Argentina, $2.69. Portugal, $3.23. And the list goes on all the way down to Sweden. All right, that's the teams to finish in the top 4. So they don't have to win. They just have to finish in the top 4. And give me the fourth and final one. Then you have the top goal scorers. So currently, Kylian Mbappe is the favorite to finish as the top goal scorer in the World Cup at $6.27 to $1. Then Harry Kane from England at $7.28. Lionel Messi, $12.61. Erling Haaland is $14.55 to finish as the top scorer. Then you have Lamine Yamal from Barcelona, well, from Spain. And you have a host of other players there, including Cristiano Ronaldo and others, all right? Cole Palmer, everybody. Cody Gakpo, Bruno Fernandes, who may not be, he's $39.77 for top goal scorer, but he has had quite a few assists in the English Premier League, and he's breaking some records this year. So there's also betting for the most assists as well, not just top goal scorer. So you have these bets that we're telling you about just to start things off this week. And as we go along, we will start to tell you about the other type of bets that you can get on the site, which is TT Bet Arena. And all you need to do is contact them today. And it's very simple in terms of contacting TT Bet Arena. All you have to do is call them or contact them on 494-0634 or 287-2128. All right, call them, tell them you want to start an account today. You put your money on the account and you start betting, and it's that simple. All right, nice one. So that's TT Bet Arena. World Cup is on June 11th. All right, I was going to give all some picks for this weekend, but then I realized it's the last games in the English Premier League, Serie A and La Liga. And these last games, unless you have teams that are actually playing for something, games go totally haywire. So you can either win a lot of money, or you can catch yourself playing the obvious, and it don't work out obvious because, some teams empty the bench. They give some players who didn't get a sweat for the season an opportunity to play, things like that. I'm not expecting Man City to start Erling Haaland on the weekend. I think they might rest Semenyo and all, and they might play other players in those roles, players who hardly got any minutes this season, seeing that, they're already cemented in second place. They have nothing else to play for. Arsenal might change up as well because they already win the league, and so on and so forth. The teams that you do have to look at, teams that are actually playing for something, but those would be those who still trying to qualify for European football for next season, and those fighting the relegation battle. So in the English Premier League, you're looking at the game with West Ham and the game with Tottenham Hotspur, because those are the two that up for relegation. It's either or, one of them going down. All right, and it's going to be dependent on each other. They're going to be fighting for their life to stay up. All right, we move back, we move on, and we get back to the phone line. For those of you joining us, or you're just tuned in, we were talking about this Joshua Samaroo issue, and the DPP advising that his girlfriend, Kaya Seeley, be charged. It has come as a great surprise to many people across Trinidad and Tobago. And I want to just take a couple more calls on this before I move on to the interview with Kyle Taktal Singh, the lawyer that X and I spoke to on Off the Record on Talk City, my radio show. All right, from 9 to 12. So I'm going to go back to the phone and take a few calls and get some thoughts from the general public on this. Morning, go ahead.
Morning. In the court of public opinion, we always want to adjudicate based on what we see. An investigation was done, and the finding was sent to the DPP, who is the representative of the state as far as the law is concerned. For him to come to the conclusion to charge means that he would have examined the case properly before he decided. We so-called bush lawyers who are outside here who want to claim we know more than everybody else. And nobody hell we talking about, we supporting lawlessness, because there would have been a reason why the police was pursuing him and what happened and what transpired in the morning. So we defending lawlessness. As far as Tobago is concerned with the child, I'm a believer in the good book. Do unto others as you have do unto you. If I was in charge, that fella would have done me in the sea, not breathing. So there are many things that go on in the place, and we're looking at things from a different way. But I want to encourage the public not to support lawlessness and put our faith in those that we trust that will defend us. As we were talking about police safety, the reason why we have a safe carnival is because the police is outside here on the beat, and they will arrest you in real time and catch you in the act, and that is what we want for the entire nation. So with or without our SOE, whoever it is, that's what we want the police to do, and bring people to justice. Have a good day, man.
All right, man, no problem. Yeah, morning, go ahead.
Good morning, Stefan.
Yeah, what's going on?
I cool. You man, Stefan, I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah.
To start with, you have a real set of good lawyers and investigators as be calling and confessing and what it is you just be saying, right? Like, for instance, the second or third caller, right? He always have real ideas and lawyers and laws. But let me tell you something. There's something called forensic, right? And forensic not only run for just for the ballistic report alone, right? Now we have to understand if there was a firearm in the vehicle and they were tested and they were see if the woman fingerprint was in it or anybody fingerprint was in it. But by the end of the day, this was the same problem we had before. Everybody showing that, everybody watching the clip and thing. But now we realize now that you're seeing things went through the vehicle, right? Which shows that it came from inside of the vehicle to the outside, right? But by the end of the day, this is how they do the investigation. They don't have 10 and 12 people in investigation. They have a certain investigator, they investigate certain things. For the child in Tobago, where everybody bumping up their gum in social media and cussing and getting on and things, why they don't form a group and go and try to assess certain things like finding these same things, right? And there's a little child, Stefan. Just imagine you stay in water for a couple of hours. Your body is getting white. Let me tell you something. That fishes and shrimps and all kind of things, they feed on these body. And the fire service, let me tell you something. Fire service does have rope in the vehicle. They does have harness and they have all equipment, fire beaters and cutlass. You can't tell me about the fire service because I was there also, right? So I can't understand how the fire service went back for ropes to come back and when you see a body floating there, why somebody didn't stay around or try to fish it out, right? We understand you're not supposed to touch certain evidence to contaminate whatever it is may cause problem to the body because they don't want to get any kind of thing to contaminate that. But by the end of the day, why somebody didn't stay back? Somebody have plenty thing more, as I tell you already, in the motor than the pestle alone, right? And every time somebody have to get sick or somebody have to take you with a heart pain or they're knocking out or they're blacking out when they be arrested for this kind of crime. But sometimes I want to tell you something. You just have to do what you have to do. And see all these home invasion and all kind of things that taking place, you put it stand for the rights. I always tell you, everybody will have a choco flower in the house and a choco flower is a poo. You understand? Everybody got have one just in the house. Have a blessed one, sir.
All right, no problem. Yeah. Morning. Yeah, morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Stephen. Mr. Stephen, there you goes again. Use a fella that go through the length to tell people, as I say, to show people form. But in life, I always believe, because as I said, I'm a Bible man. Jesus and all say, people just hear and they don't listen. And people that be watching and they don't see. And nobody, many times, I wouldn't say nobody, but many times people doesn't understand where you coming from. You as a fella doesn't just come to a conclusion. They don't understand you. You as a fella that pull it from the left, pull it from the right, pull it from the north, pull it from the south before you come to the middle. And if they listen to you, many of us wouldn't prejudge and come and say these stupid things. Because at the end of the day, some people only dealing, like how the man saying, on power, who in power. So he meddled with who in power, and I know where you're going with that. But when the lady say, go in the house and invade the house and rape them and do all that kind of thing, you wasn't concerned. You're concerned now. But what I'm going to say about this Samaroo thing is a thing I already tell you already. I say, Mr. Stephen, I'm not going to make no kind of suggestion or any announcement on that because the investigation had to take place, and I still stand to that way because I know an investigation had to take place. They had to check on the person hand to see if there had any gunpowder and even on the person hand to know if a shot was fired. And they must know if a shot was fired from the vehicle. And if you look through the man in the back, the man was shooting at the person on the left side of the vehicle first, not the right side. That's what I realized this morning. Thank you, sir.
All right, no problem. Yeah. I'll see if I can take a couple more. Morning. Morning.
Yeah, morning.
Yeah, go ahead. What are your thoughts?
This shows us where we tend to put our heads on a block, and regardless, we can't put our head on a block for nobody, right? So that evidence that we saw on the same footage that we was watching all the time, under the microscope now, you see something that you didn't see before. And this is why they say, well, you have to give room for the people in whom we put the trust to do the work. Yes?
Right.
But how we saw it, it didn't show us or even the audio, because everything happened simultaneously.
Everything happened quick.
Yes, right? So we didn't see that one came from the inside of the vehicle. So that is why the first police officer, the first shot he fired was the passenger side. That is, his focus was on the passenger side. So now we have to admit that the public misjudged the whole scenario and did not and say, how could she? So she know that's why there is no gender in this thing. There is only personnel, no gender. The police can't say she is a she and how I go shoot at she or this or that. Or I look at a male criminal. No. Criminals is criminals regardless of gender. And I have to say that because of this, I was wrong and a lot of us was wrong. And we have to go where that is, because we would have said the police vehicle pull up alongside and we didn't see if they planted a gun, a weapon in the vehicle. Now we use our Nobody sent us that footage, you know. We just zoom in on the footage that we already had. And we then spoke for itself and it spoke volumes. A shot came from within. And that is what we have to deal with, and that's what we have to look at. And now we are grateful and thankful that we had video footage. We just didn't look at it intensely enough or under a microscope to see what we saw there this morning.
Okay.
And the individual who brought it out, that is educating the population and letting us know we can't put we head on a block for nobody. Everybody have a good morning.
All right, man. Thanks a lot. Well, I mean, it's still to be established there. I'm not making any. I'm not saying yay or nay on it. But like I say, he who alleges must prove, and I cannot see the police gathering the evidence, filing the report, everything, going to the DPP, and the DPP saying charge the girlfriend, unless there is. I don't know if it have evidence that we not. I mean. You have to remember, caller comment here, the police did see, although we have not seen any evidence of it, that they were fired upon at the beginning of the chase, right? Or during the chase. Remember, I think it was in Maloney or something, so where they first approached the vehicle or whatever the case might be, and then they said they were fired on, and we were saying, well, where's the footage? Because the amount of cameras it have, between that point and St. Augustine, we're talking about probably 12 to 14 minutes of a chase or whatever the case might be, right? Depending on the traffic. Where are the other people who would have seen this chase going on the highway or nobody didn't speak out? So where's the evidence of that? And I do not know if they have that. I do not know if it exists. I cannot say. Morning. But we haven't seen anything like that emerge. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy you brought up the chase because I was going to talk about the chase.
Yeah.
Because earlier you said that earlier reported on a man who was in somebody's house.
Yeah.
And they asked what the man doing in the man's house.
We doing the
somebody's
house.
Where you doing there? Where you doing there?
Yeah.
And I yours. If you was in that situation and I go anywhere I stop, the police stop you, or I be racing through the highway and the main road and thing.
Well, if the,
like
well,
in a movie.
Well, how it went, I mean, if it was me in that position, and it goes back to okay, the police see me and approach my vehicle, and they come to question me, I don't have nothing to hide, I don't have nothing to think, I'm not going anywhere. I comply, anywhere, right? I say, yes, officer, sure, officer, here's my license and registration, officer. Me have nothing to hide, I have nothing on me.
Right. Most of us would stop. We have a reason to run. Where are you running for?
I don't have a reason.
And it's from Maloney to say what? From Maloney to
I think it was from Maloney to St. Augustine. From Maloney to St. Augustine.
That footage was in down Southern Main Road down there. Right?
Yeah.
Past, right down at the end of the not down at the end, but in Southern Main Road, past where Kadona used to be. That's somewhere down there.
Right.
Right? So the same way you brought up a question, why do you need somebody else? Why you couldn't stop? Or are we alive today? You will not have this conversation here this morning.
Yeah, that's stop.
Yeah? Yeah, that's stop.
Why wouldn't you stop?
They take in the custody. If they find something in the vehicle, if they find nothing. And that's the end of that.
I think that's a key
Comply
point.
With the police.
That's a key point, and it always has been a key point, but the point has been missed. Is that why are you running from the police in the first place?
Why running? Yeah. Well, when you see the corner, the aquatic, I end up in the drain. So you can imagine how I run along the main road and the highway. Can you imagine that?
The speed that it's in the corner, you could, they would have been doing some numbers.
Okay.
All right.
That's my contribution. Have a good morning, right?
All right, that's a fair, that's a fair thought. I would say that is fair. Yeah, hello, good morning. I'll see if I can squeeze one more after this. And we had to take a break and I had to get to that other interview on the OPR and the landmark TTSU. Morning.
Yeah, Stefan, good morning. You know, I'm very quick. You're right. What they're running, they're speeding going, but let the police do what they have to do. The good thing I wanted to talk about is you talking about they're talking about earlier who what you said and all this kind of thing. But how long I call in this program and saying they should chop down a tree in Woodford Square and start chopping off people's necks? How long I saying that?
A very long period of time, Makarima. Yeah.
Very
You've been
long.
saying
Yeah,
that for
that's
a
what they need
very
to
long
do.
time.
Very, very long time. Start chopping off people's trigger finger. You see this thumb? If you chop off
Yeah,
somebody's
you
thumb, they
said
can't
so.
pull no
Yeah,
trigger,
you,
you know.
you have said
Yeah,
that. You catch a man teeth in? Yeah.
Yes. And if they rape, you know what they're cutting off, and they murder, you know, they chop off their neck or whatever, you know, and that's what they have to start doing, and then people will have the fear in them. Because right now they have no fear. They're doing whatever the hell they want. Okay, goodbye.
All right. All right, let me see if I can squeeze one more. One final call. Hello, good morning.
Stefan.
Yes, I.
Morning. Let me say for the benefit of the doubt, right?
Right.
Because remember they said there wasn't a chase.
Yes.
I can't remember, or it was said that they shoot back at the police or something. I can't remember that.
The police had said that. The police said they were fired on.
Right.
As I recall.
And they crash. And they crash.
Yes.
Remember, if she would have had the gun with that impact and that gun gone off, according if she had hand on the trigger and that gun gone off, she didn't intentionally mean to shoot at the police. But let me just say, for the benefit of the doubt, right, let me just say that the benefit of the doubt, the gun went off. What do you think going to happen? The police going to fire at the car. Matters not, you are the car. If you really watch this footage, the police will come on the side of the car, started to shoot at the back of the car, shoot at the passenger side.
Well, he shoot at the passenger side, didn't shoot at the driver?
Yeah.
It's after.
You understand?
It's after when you look back at the footage. I mean, we're looking back now.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to figure things out, not in the mad hysteria that was taking place.
Right.
It's the passenger side that he appears to shoot behind. Now, I'm saying, and I'm telling you fellas and them, I say, although the tint is dark, fellas, look through the back glass now. Zoom in. Zoom in for me.
You see the shot come off on the back glass?
Right, the glass is broken already. But, oh God, go back a little bit. Get them two police out the shot. Them two police blocking my point. Right, good. You see, all right. You see the back window? I was telling them, although the back glass is tinted darkly, the front is not.
What the man looking for? You see what the man looking for? The police looking there now. He looking at the back, thinking probably it had somebody in the back too.
Yeah.
So they could have never tell him what people it had occupied in the car.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So the main thing, they should have stopped. You understand? When the police stopped, they should have stopped.
We were saying that at the beginning of this, you know. Why you didn't just stop and comply, you know? But
harder fire, in the car.
Unfortunately,
probably. Later, brother.
All right,
later.
yeah, man. And now the now the DPP has given the instruction to charge the girlfriend, and everybody going to be up in arms. But I'm waiting to see if they could prove it. They have to prove. But what I was showing you, Director, remember you were saying based on the tint on the back glass. But if you look back, look at the front glass of the vehicle. Zoom in, pause it and zoom in. Zoom in the front glass, the driver's side. Go back a little bit. Put back up the glass. Put back up the glass. Right. You see how you can see clearly through the glass? The front, yeah. It is the back glass that heavily tinted. But what I told you, the other glass behind the car, the trunk then. Right. I am telling you, that policeman there that standing behind the car, if she had the weapon and she had drawn it and she was about to fire, he would have seen through that back glass. He would have seen some movement then. Because the back glass is not as heavily tinted. When I say the back glass, the rear glass is not as heavily tinted as the two back glass windows then. I feel he could have seen through there. I think he saw something. He saw a movement. And that's why he fired at the passenger side. Well, it appears to be the passenger side. And they're saying, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that it had to unfold like that. But I think the last caller and the caller before, they raised the point, the last caller and the one before, the third and the right. They raised the issue of, why it was running in the first place. And I mean, any logical thinking person, and I remember bringing this up in the early part of it, it was just a logical thing. If you are a law-abiding citizen, and that's not to say that they aren't, but I'm just saying, and you are approached by the police, you're not going to mash your gas and run. You're not going to do that. You're not going to carry the police on a chase. You're not going to do that. 10 out of 10 law-abiding citizens would not do that. Right? So the question comes back to why they ended up in this chase, why they ran, things like that. All of those questions will have to be answered. But the police reaction to whatever occurred there, which we cannot establish, even with the audio, there's no way to establish who fired first. Right? Because it happened so quick. Because like I was pointing out to you guys, and until the caller said that the shot in the windscreen could have come from the police behind the car, I didn't even realize that. I thought it was a shot would have come from the side, and then maybe the police shot at the back glass, and then the bullet came out through the windscreen, until the caller pointed out that it could have been the police in the back. So, I mean, look, we can't play investigators. We're not here for that. But we're just reviewing this footage to try and establish the police's position, well, at least not the police now, the DPP's position, because like I say, it is the DPP, based on receipt of receiving the evidence that the police would bring to the DPP could say, go ahead and charge or don't charge, or fellas, ain't enough evidence, go back and gather some new evidence and come back. But if he's satisfied with the evidence that is presented to him, he will say, go ahead and charge, and in this case, he has. And to our surprise, I think the majority of people in the country, including myself, the charges have fallen upon the girlfriend. And I come back to it, she will have a day in court, and who alleges must prove. All right? So we will see what transpires there. But the police would have gathered, boy, I don't know. I mean, sleep yet. You know that? I ain't sleep last night, you know. Boy, I just lie down and couldn't sleep. Because studying, I trying to figure it out in my head now. Whole of last night, this thing on my mind. And I just can't sleep because the thing on my mind. How they come up with that? How it is she's the one they're charging? Wait is I didn't see. Wait is you know what I mean? Wait is what evidence they have that we don't know. All that playing on my mind last night, I can't sleep. Watch me. That's why my eye itching me this morning. I feel like I go fall asleep when I go on radio today, yes? It's a good thing heavy coming on the program too. Anyway, just finally here, before we go to the break, Seth Wyle aboard. So Seth has the Holistic Health Clinic. It's powered by nutritional therapy, and it's very simple. Stop managing a disease when you could reverse it naturally. They specialize in reversing several different types of diseases, from cancer to hypertension. So give him a call or WhatsApp him now, 279-3935 or 7611952. You can book an appointment today, and you can also order the book, You Are Not Sick, You Are Malnourished, by calling him on those numbers or visiting RIK bookstores nationwide, Nelson's in Tobago, or Amazon. We take the break. When we come back from the break, I have the interview that X and I did on the radio program that I do at Talk City. We interviewed lawyer, well-learned attorney at law, Kyle Taklal Singh, on the OPR and landmark TT issue. And I really want all of you to pay attention to what he said, and you will understand the ridiculous nature of what is going on. Stay tuned.
Yours truly, Sonny Bling, most random man on the planet, inviting you to a weekend of fun and entertainment. As we say, thank you, David. This weekend, it's all about paying tribute to King David Rudder. June 6th and 7th. Remember the days. Get your tickets now. You don't want to miss it. Thank you, David. See you there.
Thank you, David. Saturday, June 6th at Napa, Port of Spain. Sunday, June 7th at Sapa, San Fernando. 2 nights, 1 legend, countless unforgettable songs. Celebrating King David in his presence and performing some of his many hits include Roger George, K.B. Charles, Chrison Joseph, Terry Lyons, Adrian Filbert, Irvin Alves, Chuck Gordon, and many more. Legends need to be celebrated while they can still hear the applause. MC Sonny Bling. Tickets are only $250 and $300. Early bird tickets cost $50 less till this Saturday, May 23rd.
If stocks last, tickets available at IronEtickets.com.
At Crosby St. J.
All Kenny Sports.
All Extra Foods Supermarket.
Westby, Tagarigua. Athletes by the Park.
Jumbo Foods Barataria.
GAC Electrical. Opposite Starlight. Tigomofton Main Road. Palini Drugs. San Fernando.
Mirage Westside Supermarket in Arima.
For more info, call 491-1802.
Thank you, David.
Welcome to Antigua Mass. Them people have no behavior, and they have no behavior. Welcome to Antigua Mass. Clear out, how you know it's danger. How you know it's danger. When it comes to mass, in my dad
Every day at the castle, long before we open our doors, our work begins. Our famous seasonings are mixed in advance. We select our fresh chicken parts and prep our delicious sides. Then we fire up the fryers and rotisserie oven. Everything is made with tasty local herbs, spices, and the same long-loved recipe since 1968. So, when you come in, remember that we uphold our culture and our taste just for you. We are your Royal Castle.
TT Bet Arena is your one-stop entertainment destination in Trinidad and Tobago. Bet on international sports with pre-game and live wagering, all with real-time odds. Enjoy live casino games, slot machines, plus American and English horse racing. With your phone or laptop, you can bet anytime, anywhere with fast, secure payments and TT dollars. Signing up is easy. Go to ttbetarena.com, create your free account, and make a deposit. Now you're ready for exciting entertainment and the chance to win extra cash or even a big jackpot. Visit us on Arapita Avenue in Woodbrook or on Milford Road in Crown Point, Tobago, where you can also watch and wager. To learn more, call or WhatsApp 494-0634 or 287-2128. TT Bet Arena, the #1 name in TNT for sports betting, casino games, and international horse racing.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisure Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Leisure Limited. Quality you can trust.
Feeling distance in your relationship or sensing someone interfering between you and your partner? Connect with Pandit Anirudh, known for powerful and result-oriented love solutions. His effective love spells have helped many reunite with lost partners. If you face family conflict, marriage issues, negativity, or financial stress, his strong mantras bring quick relief. Know what lies ahead in your love life and future through powerful astrology readings. Many lives have changed. Now it's your turn. Contact +1 868 278 0399.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson provide consultation services in areas of diabetes, detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
All right, people, so we're back now. Given the time, we are 70 minutes away from the hour of 8 o'clock. I want to run this interview for you because there's been much talk about Landmark TT and the OPR and all of that, right? So Mr. X and I, we host a radio show from 9 a.m. to 12 noon on Talk City. And we decided to call attorney Kyle Taklal Singh, a very learned attorney and highly regarded. And he's regarded within his fraternity by people such as Ramesh Lawrence Maraj, SC, and so on and so forth, right? So this is no joke lawyer, no bush lawyer. This is a serious lawyer. So we call him to find out about this whole Landmark TT Bacchanal and this whole OPR thing, from the queries to the issue with Saddam and the hiring of certain people on the board, things like that. So I want to take you to this interview. Please pay attention to it because we may not be able to take any calls because of the time. When the interview is over, we'll have to take the break and get to the birthdays and close. But just take this in. Extremely valuable information. You will get a better understanding of the OPR and everything that is taking place. Pay attention. Let's go.
Morning.
Morning to you, Mr. Taklal.
Morning, man. How are you?
Stefan is also
I
here.
am good.
Right. We need to clear up some issues here, right? Now, you can't pronounce on OPR issues, right? But I could give my humble opinion. Right. Lovely.
All right. Nice.
That's what we need. We need a real lawyer, not a snotty nose, right? Like Kareem. But anyhow,
We don't want no bush lawyer.
yeah, we want a bush lawyer, right? So we need to figure out what is the issue with this Landmark issue, because firstly, this is not public money, right, that they're dealing with. And secondly, what is the issue per se that they would have filed? I don't know if you would have seen the filing or what are the grounds.
I don't personally. I have no idea what is the issue.
Right.
I have seen several comments in the public domain
Right.
and certain commentary, which I think is fanatical and to some extent a gross exaggeration. Right.
Right. Okay.
First of all, as I said, Landmark TT. The purpose of Landmark TT is very clear. It is meant to provide housing to a certain sector of persons in our society who are having difficulty accessing the housing market. That is a noble cause. So there's nothing wrong in terms of what Landmark TT was set up for.
Right.
Landmark TT engage in a procurement process. That's fine. It's normal. There is no law that says every time a procurement has to be done, it must be done by open bidding. In fact, there are laws and there's learning to suggest that open bidding is sometimes the inappropriate method to go about it. So I've seen people say, well, look, let's criticize the way they went about the procurement, etc. Fine. Apparently, a complaint has been made by the OPR, and the OPR said, well, look, send your procurement record, and let's take a look at it.
Right.
That's what the OPR does.
Right.
You know, every time I tell people, every time a contract is awarded, one contractor is happy, and about 7 or 8 of them are dissatisfied.
Well,
And many of the dissatisfied ones may very well lay a complaint at the OPR or file a challenge, and then the OPR has to activate and do what it has to do.
Right.
So as far as I know, all that is happening is an investigation or, in fact, a review is being done by the OPR, and the works are continuing as normal in relation to the matter because there's no stop order as far as I know. So then what's wrong? What is the issue? And then I saw, well, some argument about family members of the minister on interlocking boards. And again, that's ridiculous. Everybody knows in Trinidad and Tobago, when you set up boards, when a government sets up boards, etc., the board members are people who are favorable to the policy of the government.
Right.
And they must be favorable to the policy of the government because they have to implement the policy of the then government.
Right.
So what's wrong if you appoint people that you know or people that are familiar with your policies, etc.? In order to effect them, you're going to appoint somebody who is against your policy, who voted against your policy, who opposed it in the past?
Right.
Obviously not.
Right.
So I really am struggling to understand what precisely is the problem that they're having. Now, in relation to the issue with public money and whatever, now, to be fair, even though public money is not being expended upfront, the use of the public land is something you can attach a value to because from my understanding of the arrangement, the land is going to be pledged or the contractor will have control of the land while he builds the house. So there is a value, right?
Right.
But what that does is it feeds into something procurement people call a risk matrix. In other words, it is the contractor that is undertaking all of the risk, all of the risk. And therefore, if the contractor is taking all of the risk, the level of scrutiny and the level of procurement involvement will be influenced by that. It is what you call a relevant factor.
Right.
So, I don't see what the concerns are. If somebody could show me some evidence of some misdoing or misdeed or wrongdoing, some bribe or something, well then okay. But as of now, there's absolutely no evidence to suggest that anything is wrong with the process. So I just think, as usual, this is some kind of hysteria by the opposition.
Well,
hysteria to say the least.
Well, that's it. I can't, is it that the OPR is set up to give guidance to public bodies? There are two, how to put it, there are two branches of the OPR. There's something called challenge proceedings. When a contractor is aggrieved that he didn't get a contract, he could file a claim before the OPR, and the OPR will act like a court to determine it. That has not happened here.
Right.
The second aspect of the OPR is what we call iterative or guidance. They produce guidance documents, they work with public authorities, they give advice, and they review methods and they review procurement processes. If you're doing that and that appears to what's happening in Landmark, well then so be it. So if the OPR comes back in a week or two and say, listen, Landmark, we saw what you did, but we feel like you didn't document it properly, or we feel you should have adopted another method to make it more transparent. Well, then so be it. That doesn't mean that Landmark TT was involved in something evil or wrong. Not at all. And in fact, the point I make a point. I know for a fact, and it's on the OPR website, prior to April 28th, there were at least 7 challenges by contractors to boards controlled by the then PNM administrator. And all of those challenges, or most of those challenges, resulted in the OPR saying that the award of the contract was bad, it infringed OPR laws, and you need to go back out.
Right, okay.
So it happens, and this was prior to April 20th last year. It happened at least on 7 occasions or 6 occasions. If someone can check the website. I won one for a contractor, and I got the contract reversed because there was a failure to follow procurement law.
So let me just get it straight. Those complaints, right, prior to April 28th was by contractors, right?
Yes.
These complaints...
complaints filed in the OPR as challenge proceedings.
Right.
And the tribunal in the OPR adjudicated and made written judgments. It's all on the OPR website.
Right.
Saying that procurement laws were breached and the public authorities, then controlled by the PNM, had to go back out.
And as far as we know, these current two objections, well, it have two now. It have another one from some Moruga activists.
Complaint.
Right. It's a complaint. These two situations here have nothing to do with contractors actually objecting, but it's activists.
No.
It's two activists.
No, and that's the point. If your complaint is, think about it. If your complaint is that there should have been a more transparent process for more contractors and people to participate, then doesn't it say something that other contractors have not challenged?
Exactly.
It means that they were either A, unwilling to do it because it's a massive risk. Not every contractor wants to embark on a project where all the risk is on them. Most contractors do what you call a FIDIC contract, the standard FIDIC, right? Where you have interim payments and you have a mobilization fee and all those things don't seem to be present in this arrangement. The contractor is assuming all the risk. So how much contractors out there really want to go down that road, right?
Wow.
I think the number is few. So the fact that you aren't getting streams of challenges by other contractors must be good evidence to say, well, the method that they adopted was perhaps a good one.
Exactly, and that is why in the second challenge here, with the Moruga activists with the Kuva, Saddam Hussein is saying that the OPR will have questions to answer soon because they are going to compare the way that the PNM, the complaints under the PNM administration was dealt with, as opposed to whatever comes out of this, however they decide to deal with the OPR, there will be a comparison made with both complaints under both administrations. So, and I think that's
would be a very interesting comparison.
Well, I think that would be, and I the other question that I have is why is it taking so long? I mean, if there is a procedure,
that's right to say. Well,
then the OPR is in control of that procedure. Then, if there is any breach, we should have known by now. So I don't see why the big delay.
It's not hard. It's not hard to review a procurement record. A procurement record involves an invitation to bid, an advertisement, an invitation to bid, the tenders or tender submissions by contractors, the evaluation committee minutes, and then you have PDAC, the oversight board within, and then you have the board non-objection. That's the entirety of the record. I mean, it's usually big because you have a lot of tenders with a lot of technical specifications. But that isn't the issue that they're considering. They're considering whether they, according to what I've seen, what they're considering is the method of procurement, which you could get from the invitation to bid.
And it's very simple. It would say that if you are willing to take on this risk, come in and sign up. That's basically it. If you're willing to take on the risk.
And as I say, if the open bidding is not a panacea, meaning it is not that every time. For instance, if you want let's say a specific chemical for your organization, and that chemical is made by only one supplier in the market that is well known, right? Then why do you go open tender? You know who the supplier is. Or if there are only 3 or 4, you invite 3 or 4 people, right? If you say you wanted fried food, fast chicken, all right, you were procuring that. It only have about 3 people in the market or 4 people in the market to do it at a large scale. So you're entitled to do what you call limited bidding and invite the person that you know who, based on your experience or whatever, that you know who could fulfill it. You don't go open tender and assess 100 tenders, which takes more time and expense.
Which makes no sense because and most of them not taking on that risk anyhow.
And that is a difference from. You can't say that affects evaluation because your evaluation criteria and your internal estimate in your company, etc., are other things which deal with fairness and the value for money. So if you know the work should cost about $10 and regardless of who you invite, they put in bids for $100, well then you reject the bid. But that's a different issue as to a procurement method. Yeah?
Okay.
All right.
You see why I didn't go by any Satinos?
Well, Mr. Chalak Singh, we want to thank you for joining us this morning.
Anything.
And of course, attorney at law. And
Very
we
learned
just
guy,
very
very learned guy.
learned, and we just got some insight there. Explain to us and to the population that you explained it in a way that I don't think X and I could have. But we want to thank you for that.
No, anytime. It's and you know, the thing is, the procurement, the OPRF, they are very, meaning that all of their publications, all of their magazines, all of their learning documents are published on their website. Any citizen could just go. There's a specific document called Procurement Methods, a publication by the OPR, which gives a lot of guidance. And in that document, it actually says open bidding is not the only method. There's limited bidding, there's social, and they tell you the conditions you could apply those things. And one of the things under limited bidding clearly states that where the market is limited, or if it's a very complex procurement.
Wow.
So it's there, it's in black and
Everything
white.
is there. Well, unfortunately, you're asking people to read, and that's a hard thing to do.
Point it up. I
suppose, yes. Well, you know, that means they come to me for advice.
All right, nice one. Well, thanks a lot.
Okay, yeah, man.
Cool, man. You all grasp that? I hope you did, because I don't have time to take calls. But it's very simple. And for those of you who have your questions, go to the OPR website. All the information is there. You'll see all the different type of bidding and everything that is allowed. You will see everything there. Everything. So all of it goes back to what I said at the start of the week. What is the PNM's agenda? To freeze the process of people getting subsidized housing? What is your agenda? And why is the OPR taking so long? So Beverly Khan, snap, get it. It's either it is or it isn't. All right? It's as simple as that. This whole prolonging of this whole process and leaving things lingering in the air as if something wrong is taking place or something bad and evil or corrupt is taking place is only wasting people's time. Right? So I hope all you understand. That is from attorney at law, Kyle Taklal Singh. Or you could go and Google him and you'll see the type of heavyweight he is in terms of the law fraternity. You know, joke lawyer. Right? And he laid it out perfect there. I think a 5-year-old could understand what he just said. And keep in mind, the point I was making from the start of the week, not one contractor has an objection or a complaint laid with the OPR as it relates to those contracts. How come? Two political activists, two PNM political activists, is the ones who have the complaint before the OPR to stymie a whole process. And you heard what he said about board appointments. It is ludicrous to even find any fault in those appointments because everybody knows when you appoint a board with the people that are aligned with your ideology and agenda. Full stop. And there ain't no family to Saddam. We have had people who put family members on board in the past. None of them is family. It's people the man work with. What is the issue? God alone knows. But continue to, for those of you who like noise, continue to listen to noise because all like it so. Right? And while all listening to the noise and all pumping all fists in the air, with a fake I got you moment, 3,700 families, houses being delayed. Anyway, we take the break, final break. When we come back, we got the birthdays and we out. I'm sorry I couldn't take no calls, because mischief boy, I ain't able. Go ahead, we'll be back after this to wrap things up.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson provide consultation services in areas of diabetes detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
Let's get it started. I say, whoa yo, also come and take a jump and let we start it by the drum, let we start it by the drum. Party on the road, there's a party on the road. Line it up, bring the shots and line it up. Party on the road, there's a party on the road. Look at lights in the back, watch my canal in the front. Party on the road, there's a party on the roadway. Come let we party on the roadway. Take a jump and let we start it by the drum, let we start it by the drum. Party on the road, there's a party on the road. Line it up, bring the shots and line it up. Party on the road, there's a party on the road. Look at lights in the back, watch my canal in the front. Party on the road, there's a party on the roadway. Come let me party on the roadway. So let me see your hands up in the air, wave them up in the band. People from everywhere, welcome to
Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion, protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargavji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supplier of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsane, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
Greetings to you all in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior, the sweet rose of Sharon and the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus. I am Ezekiel Johnson Fort, and I am pleasured to inform you of the newest branch of the Christian Union Church, Trinidad and Grenada District, San Juan Revival Ministries. If you are desiring prayer, healing, or that closer connection to the Heavenly Father, then the place to be is at San Juan Revival Ministries. And allow me to ask you one question. Are you living a life without Jesus Christ? Do you desire freedom from spiritual bondage? Then the only solution to your problem is Him. In the book of Matthew, chapter 11 and verses 28, it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And this is mostly speaking to those of you who are Christians and you might not have a place to fellowship. Come, fellowship with us at the Christian Union Church San Juan Revival Ministries. Come, be edified and equipped by the Word of God, preached by the man of God, Senior Reverend Bishop Dave Donation. You will be empowered by the move of the Holy Spirit of the living God. Come and be comforted. If you desire to be an environment that shows compassion and care for your spiritual needs, growth and development, then fellowship with us at number 1 Bagatelle Corner, Saddle Road, every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I look forward to seeing you there, and God bless you all, and may the peace of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ be with you now and always. God bless you all.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed, fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, we can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet. Located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
All right, we're back. Now, I don't know what's going on in studio this morning, but the director singing on Chain Melody in the back there. What's going on with you, boy? Singing on Chain Melody. You don't know what that is? That the song he was just singing? Oh, my love, my darling, I hunger for. So you singing that song and don't know what the name of the song is? That is Unchained Melody, boy. A big tune. Oh, you find out, oh, that's how you know it from TikTok. God, when you never rent a Tyler, boy. Lord Father. Anyway, let me get to the birdies, eh? Lord, you might tell you. Man, say, learn that from TikTok, yes? Unchained Melody, you know. God, boy. Eh? Lord Father. He don't know nothing about that. He don't know it's Unchained Melody. If you say you know it from TikTok, you expect Chris to know? Wishing a beautiful, loving mom, Suzanne Dulan, a fabulous birthday. Celebrating it on Saturday. May God continue to bless and keep you, and may you have an abundance of good health, long life and happiness. We love you dearly. Birthday greetings from your husband, Shastri, your daughter, Jewel, and son, Josiah. All right. Happy birthday, Suzanne. Also, a very good morning to you, Stefan. My husband, Zayad Mohammed, will be celebrating his birthday on Sunday, the 24th of May. I pray that Allah blesses him with a long and healthy life, gives him the strength to overcome his challenges, and grants him many, many days of peace, love, and laughter. Thank you for all that you continue to do for us. We love you endlessly. This greeting is coming from your wife, Jenny, your son, Naveed, and your entire family, the Mohammeds, Katwarus, and Chungs. All right, and thank you for being the only number one in case you are wondering, Stefan, this photo was taken out at La Vega Estate last year. Oh, La Vega Estate, yes. That's when I went, I was hosting the, oh God, Empower had an event there for the Autistic Society, and they asked me to host it. Yeah, nice one. Also, we are kindly requesting birthday greetings for Amir. He will be 12 years on Sunday, the 24th of May, from his auntie Merlin and cousin Sapna. All right, so happy birthday going out to Amir. 3 more. Happy birthday going out to this beautiful lady, Annette. Annette is the administrator / secretary of the Grand Master Anthony John's Dance School. Happy birthday from all of the students at the dance school. Happy birthday going out to Annette. Then we have to, Auntie Shalini's birthday is today. So this is for Friday. Birthday greetings going out to Shalini Maharaj, coming from her father Vido, her sister Neela, her niece Ramona, as well as the rest of her family and friends. And of course, I am very sure my mother is coming back, I think from Tampa today. So I'm very sure they're going to link up and, yeah, 2 of them like bim and bam. So, very sure they have something planned today. I know where my mother is getting energy from. I would like to wish, maybe see Pilates, boy. Should I start doing Pilates, or is Pilates for females? Would like to wish, I want to do Pilates or whatever it is. I would like to wish my twin girls, Chelsea and Sierra Guppy, a happy birthday. They celebrated it yesterday, the 21st of May. God bless you and keep you. My favor be upon you for this new year, and may the desires of your heart be fulfilled. From their parents, Justin Guppy and Sabrina Hart. All right, nice one. So with that, we are out for today. I hope that this morning, well, we thank you for your calls, your comments on a very controversial matter, a matter that will remain controversial until it reaches the court and we see what evidence is before the court in order to support the advice given by the DPP to charge Kaya Seeley, the girlfriend of Joshua Samaroo, in that unfortunate incident that took place in January. But I also hope that you all paid attention to that interview, the interview with Kyle Taklal Singh on the OPR and the landmark TTSU. So spread the word and tell people. All right? Nice. Yeah, we are out. We will see you on Monday. Have a great one. Goodbye.